Good evening, Hello Neighbor community. Welcome to our annual Home Sweet Home event, a virtual celebration of community and culture that supports Hello Neighbor and our refugee families here in Pittsburgh.
For those of you who don't know us, we're Chris and Michelle Bain. Along with our daughters, Harper and Ellie, we were part of Hello Neighbor's very first cohort. Since then, we've had the privilege of serving on the advisory board for the organization.
Over the years, we have watched Hello Neighbor grow and evolve into something more beautiful than we ever thought possible. We've seen firsthand the impact that Hello Neighbor has had on our community and our refugee families and in our very own family. While we're sad we can't be together in person tonight, we know that this evening is going to be filled with the same spirit of community, hope, and happiness that embodies Hello Neighbor. So without further ado, let's start the show!
Hi, it's Sloan Davidson, founder and CEO of Hello Neighbor. Thank you for being here tonight, for believing in Hello Neighbor, and for supporting our mission. I hope you enjoy our second annual and first virtual Home Sweet Home. This year looks a lot different than last year. Last year, as some of you may remember, we sold out the Union Project. That was over 250 of you, kids and families and young professionals and everybody coming together. We had food and crafts and lots of activities for the whole family, and we gathered together in support of recently resettled refugees and their families. We can't be together this year, but we can promise an evening full of family and friends, cooking segments, crafts, music, match stories from our mentors and mentees, and some other very special videos to help bring you an evening of celebration, of storytelling, and most of all, of a way for you to feel connected and a part of the Hello Neighbor community. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for being part of this community. Home Sweet Home is only possible through all of you bringing us your heart, your love, your sense of community, and together we know that we can and do help change the lives of recently resettled refugees and their families here in Pittsburgh. So as we think about bringing Home Sweet Home tonight into your home, we hope that you enjoy the show. We hope that it sparks conversations and ways for you to reflect with your own family and friends on how you can help build community, whatever that looks like. And we hope it'll encourage you to get involved with Hello Neighbor. If at any time you're interested in being a volunteer, a mentor, have ideas to bring to us, I encourage you to reach out to me personally. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again so much for joining tonight's show. Hope to talk to you soon.
در سال 2018 به پنسیلوانیا آمدیم. فامیلم خودم هستم، خانمم هست، دو تا طفلکایم هست، شهید جان، هوا جان. دیگه از سال 2018 به این سوده میگه. ما در هلو نیبر در تاریخ 2019 با انجلا و مایک دوست شدیم دیگه. چیز کم یک نیم سال میشه که ازشان دوست هستیم.
We're the Changs, and we have been mentors with Hello Neighbor since the summer of 2019. I'm Angela.
And I'm Mike.
I'm Lila and I'm 6.5.
And this is Nora, and she's 4.5. Our mentee family is the Taharis, Ahmad, Najla, Hawa, and Shahir.
Shahir is around my age and Hawa is around Nora's age.
احساس بسیار خوش داشتیم چون هر کسی باید اینجا چون تنها بودیم مقدر چی نبود باید که چون انگلیسی رو هم صحیح مقدر نمیفهمیدیم یک کسی باید می بود که ما راهنمایی میکرد در چی و بسیار به ما خوبتر شد که یا آمدن فرند ما شدن، پارکا را دیدیم، چکر زدیم، کتشان رفتیم هر طرف ساعت ما تیر شد، چکر ها هر جای رفتیم کارهای ما را زیاد کمک ما کردن. در بخش انگلیسی کورس بر ما گرفت دیگه زیاد کارهای بسیار خوب کرد و بسیار به ما مفید تمام شد.
Well, the first time we met at their house. There was Sloan and an interpreter, and we kind of just showed up and asked a couple questions. It was a little bit, nerve-wracking, but
It was pretty weird also.
yes, it was pretty weird. But I think for me, it was really nice to know that they were a family just like us in a lot of ways. The kids were playing and smiling at each other without really needing a lot of words between them. So it was really nice.
We sort of found out how to talk with our eyes. Once they came over to our house and Mom had this big roll of paper spread out on a table with our names at it. And then we would put beads and rocks on, outlining them, and then take them off and then start over again with anything we wanted to. And then we did a splash pad.
In the summer.
It was a lot of fun. Then I think we had popsicles, and Holland here had about 4.
خاطره خوش ما یک روز بسیار جالب بود، بر ما هم جالب بود، به خودشان هم بسیار جالب بود. ما در خانه بولونی پخته کرده بودیم و یا آمدن چون بار اولشان بود که دیدن بولونی را نفهمیدن که چیه. ماست، چکنی را همیشه گرفتن دمی سر بولونی انداختن، فکر کردن پیزاست، دمی سر بولونی انداختن. دیگه با خود ما بسیار جالب بود، با اشتکا امور بسیار خنده کردیم، واقعا جالب بود بسیار.
I would say one thing that's been really fun for us is learning words in their language, Dari. One word that we as a family really appreciated as we went along was bishi. It means sit down. And we just heard that so often that we were able to pick it up, and it became just a funny thing that we all said to each other during dinner.
Yeah, like, Beachy, that's all we would do. Because Hollis kept standing up, giving us an excuse to all yell at her, Beachy.
All the kids would be yelling, "You Bishi! No, you Bishi!
Yeah.
You Bishi!" It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love their food. They've been very generous with sharing their food
I
with
love
us.
that Friday eat pizza, like, stuff that's not.
And they'll even, like, Najla will take me into the kitchen and show me the different steps to the food that she's making. So, like, I would take notes on my phone so we could recreate the meal, because it was just, Afghani food is so good.
یک زن فامیلی هستن، یک زن شوهری هستن که با هم دوست هستن، مهربان هستن و بسیار خوب هستن. طفلایشان با طفلای خود بسیار مهر و محبت دارن. دیگه خوب هستن. بهترین چیزشان اینه میسته که فامیلی هستن، تحصیل کرده هستن. دیگه آدمای بدنی خوبی هستن. دیگه تاثیرات زیاد گذاشته به خاطر از اینکه ما چون انگلیسی رو نمیفهمیدیم و کسی از دوست ما نبود اینجا. ما که اینجا آمدیم مهاجر شدیم، بسیار نیاز داشتیم به کمک، چون زبان یاد نداشتیم، سودا خریدن نمیتونستیم، بازار صحیح رفتن نمیتونستیم. در اولا یکم ذره بر ما مشکلات جور شد، باز تا که یا کت ما معرفی شدن، باز راهی بر ما در کورس ما را شامل کردن، در سودا خریدن این چیزا را جایش نشان دادن. پارک ها را چکر بردیم، ما را پارک رفتیم، در این پارک زیاد پارک ها را رفتیم، تا و بالا زیاد رفتیم.
For me, the biggest thing that I resonated with the Taharis was realizing that my parents were also immigrants to this country for their own reasons from South Korea, and realizing that everyone is trying to make their way in the world and do their best and feel safe and provide for their kids. That's really changed the way that I see how I can be a little bit more compassionate and kind in the world.
We got to make great friends that we enjoy sharing our traditions with and their traditions, and I just feel like we really got so much from this whole experience. It was probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
Coming out of the experience with this family relationship, this mentor relationship, it's been really nice to say all we have to do is show up as ourselves and be like a normal family and open up our homes and our hearts in a way that is a big transformative thing that can change the world.
من بسیار زیاد تشکری میکنم از سلام همسایه که یک کمک بسیار کلانی است به مهاجرین کمک میکنن که کسی که نو میاد اینجا چون نمیفهمه اکثریتی که کسی که بفهمه انگلیسی را چون شعرها بسیار کلان است نمیفهمه مردم و این بسیار خوب است که سلام همسایه یک برنامه بسیار مفید بر مهاجرین آماده ساخته و میتونن دوست شوند کسی دق نبیاره مثال فامیل با فامیل میرن میبینن که کسایی که دوستشان هستن و دوستایی رو معرفی میکنن که آدمای بسیار مهربانی هستند آدمای خوبی هستند و بسیار به تشکری بسیار خاص میکنیم از سلام همسایه به خاطر این کمک و کسی که اینجا میایه و انگلیسی چیز نمیفهمه و این بسیار یک برنامه مفیدی است که او رو بسیار کمک میکنه به هر کارش کمکش میکنه از نان و فوت و بیادر کمک های اولیه و هر کمک که باشه میکنن.
Hello, neighbor. Home sweet home. We welcome you to Sankofa Village for the Arts. We're glad to have you here, and we're going to have a great time today. We're glad to be a part of your program this year, and we hope this can continue. I'll tell you a little bit about Sankofa Village for the Arts. You already know where we're located, but we offer martial arts, drumming, and dancing, and a number of other things. Even Zoom is coming to Sankofa in the future. Before I go any further, I want to introduce you to my dancers and my drummers, my grandsons, Savion, Diallo. We have two dancers with us today. We have Shami and we have Alex. And we're going to get started. What we're going to do is have a drum call. It's called a drum call. That gets everybody lively. So while you're sitting there watching this, we want you to clap your hands, get up and dance. Go into the kitchen and get some pots and pans, some knives and forks and spoons and drums and whatever you have at home. But just have a good time and enjoy yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, TV, I'm gonna call it TV land because now we feel like we're on TV. Sankofa Village for the Arts. that sound out there in TV land? These are my two granddaughters.
Hi, y'all.
And what they're going to do is each one of them are going to teach two moves of a rhythm called Sente. Sente is a dance for celebration. Since we're all having a great time, they're going to come out and teach a move. Each one of them are going to teach two moves. Then we're going to play the rhythm, and we want you to do it at home.
So, first move goes like this. So your legs go up and down. So, and your arms go like this, like you're picking up something. So now she's going to teach y'all something.
Hi, my name is Allie, and then the second move is like a ball. And you just go down, come back up, and then pick up, and then go down, and pick up, and pick up. You go down, and pick up, and pick up.
Alright, so our next move goes down, down, tap, tap, tap. 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 Alright, so we're going to do it in music. So, ready right now?
What's the name of the rhythm?
Sente.
Sente.
And what does that rhythm mean?
It means like celebration.
Celebration, right. Rhythm from West Africa. Sente means celebration. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for welcoming us into your homes or your offices, wherever you're at. We really enjoyed ourselves. We hope we get to do it again. Remember, like I said before, we're located at 201 North Braddock Avenue, the Point Breeze section of Pittsburgh, and we're known as Sankofa Village for the Arts. You know, give us a call, stop by anytime. We're operating 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday. We have something going on all the time. You know, if you need to give us a call or check us out on Facebook, we're there. If you need to give us a call us at 412-378-4551 or check us out on Facebook. Again, thank you so much for having us. Hopefully we can do it again. Peace, power, love.
Hi, I'm Bill Peduto, Mayor of the City of Pittsburgh. On behalf of the people of the City of Pittsburgh, I want to thank everyone who's involved with Hello Neighbor. Hello Neighbor is a program that helps our newest neighbors, the refugees and the immigrants who are calling Pittsburgh home, to be able to settle here and shows the compassion that we have as a city. Hello Neighbor is an important part of our Welcoming Pittsburgh initiative, an initiative that recognizes the importance of all of our neighbors and also our heritage as a city of immigrants. As we look to the future and building a better Pittsburgh, let us look to our neighbors, one and all, and the importance that they have to our future. Hello Neighbor does this and does it in a way that helps to make Pittsburgh the city that we all love. Thank you for supporting them, and thank you for supporting your city.
Hello everyone, we are so happy to have you here tonight for our annual Home Sweet Home fundraiser. My name is Rachel Vinciguerra, and I'm the National Program Manager for the Hello Neighbor Network. The Hello Neighbor Network is a coalition of grassroots organizations from around the U.S. who work on supporting refugees. And the network is an opportunity to provide resources, education, and skills for these grassroots organizations and to elevate their voices on the national level. Our network provides refugee-focused nonprofits with peer support, skills, education, and resources to better fulfill their own missions and seeks to elevate their voices on the national stage. Last year, we hosted our first inaugural convening of the Hello Neighbor Network, where executive directors from around the country came here to Pittsburgh. After the conference, the network leaders met at a local immigrant-owned restaurant, Khalil's Middle Eastern Restaurant, for a meal. At that meal, Dalal, who runs the restaurant with her sister, shared a little bit about her inspiring story with all of our network members. Please enjoy this Turkish coffee making segment from Dalal as she shares a little bit about her own story.
Hi, my name is Dalal Khalil. I'm the co-owner of Khalil's Restaurant. We've been here for 48 years. My parents started this restaurant in 1972. One of the things that makes Khalil's so special is the warmth. We don't just feed you the food, we feed you the warmth and the hospitality that is so renowned in the Arab culture. And we take a lot of pride in carrying on our parents' legacy. My father came from Syria. In 1956, he married my mother. They came to America and he worked very, very hard. He had nothing, he was a poor farmer. And he worked very hard. And he worked in this restaurant for 12 years as a cook before he turned around and bought his first restaurant. Then 5 years after that, he came to this restaurant that he used to be an employee of, and he bought it. And so we've been, as I said, in business for 48 years. During that time, my mother especially, and my father as well, took care of so many people. First, they brought everybody over from the old country. Like my mother was her own refugee resettlement program in and of herself. And my father and mother brought each family over, signed their papers, got them job, got them housing, got them everything, and got the next load over and did the same thing. And everybody, not just Arabic people, Somalia, Vietnamese, everywhere. In fact, there's so many stories where people have left their home countries, and before they left, they were given a piece of paper. We're talking about in the 70s also, before internet, before everything. We give them a piece of paper. Go to Mike and Aggie's restaurant. Come to Pittsburgh. The minute you step off the plane, go straight there. They'll give you a job. They'll give you some housing. They'll help you get you on your feet. And that has been repeated so many years, and so many people have been affected by that, and they have prospered. That is what Hello Neighbor is about. Taking immigrant families, taking refugee families, and giving them the support and the love and the resources and just the friendship to let them navigate this journey so that they're not alone. So we encourage you to continue to support Hello Neighbor. And on that note, so I'm going to teach you how to make Turkish coffee, which is great because really coffee is the greatest thing, because anytime you go to the Middle East, you sit down and they say, "Ta ashrab ahwi." So come over to my house and drink some coffee, and then friendships are made from that. So these are the ingredients that you'll need, which is Arabic coffee. This is a brand from Syria, Hasib, and then this is also a Lebanese brand, Najjar, Cafe Najjar. You can get this in any Arabic store. Some of them have cardamom, and this is what that is, cardamom, and it makes a nice spice that you can add to your coffee. Some people like sugar in their coffee. We're not going to put any in today, but you can add that if you like. And this is the actual coffee. So it's already fine ground, so you don't have to grind it unless you have a grinder and you want to do that, but use it very fine. So let's get started. This is called a rakwi, and you take it, you fill it with water, and we're going to make a little bit, maybe about 2 or 3 cups. So you're gonna pour the water in here, probably about 3/4 of the way. So you're gonna let the water heat up a little bit. And as I said, this is the Turkish coffee, and this is already ground in with the cardamom. It's really, really nice. So we're gonna let the coffee start to get hot a little bit. And again, the hospitality, if somebody offers you coffee in the Middle East, go to their house, you'll spend hours. In fact, Arabs have been quarantining for years, even when we didn't have to quarantine. We just go to people's houses and we just sit and drink coffee, because this is something you sip, you don't chug, you know, you sip it. You tell stories, you get your daughters engaged to doctors. So while that's heating up, as soon as it starts to get a little bit hot, you're gonna take probably a teaspoon for each cup, heaping teaspoon, and you're gonna stir it and get all those clumps. So let that go back. This is usually done on the fire. I have a little fancy equipment here, little technologically fancy equipment that sometimes drives you a little crazy. Now the thing about the Turkish coffee is you stir it and then you let it sit. Don't be too fussy with it. What's gonna happen is this is gonna start to simmer very quickly. You have to be careful, don't take your eyes off the coffee, because what's gonna happen is it's gonna start to boil over and then you pull it away. The thing is, here's the technique. When it starts to begin to boil and make a foam, you pull it off. You stir it a little bit and you do that 3 times, but you never let it boil over, otherwise it will get bitter. So I'm gonna lower the fire on this a little bit, because I swear once you blink your eyes, it's just. So that's what's happening now. That foam is what's gonna make it really nice. So as soon as that starts, you pull it away. Give it one little stir. You see that cream on the top, or that foam on the top, that's what's gonna make it really nice. See how it's bubbling underneath? Pull it away. You can smell the cardamom. This is beautiful. And that's it. That is just gorgeous. And what you want to do, you're going to take your coffee and make sure you get a little bit of foam and pour in each cup. Just to make sure everybody has foam. Don't stir it afterwards, that's a big no-no. So once you've got the foam in there, you want to make sure you get the foam in each of them as much as possible. Now pour it slowly. What I like to do is pour a little bit here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. Now that everybody's got the foam in there, we can go back. And you're guaranteed, if you make a good cup of coffee, you're guaranteed to get a doctor husband, trust me. Because I didn't know how to make this until now. Just kidding. There you are. And there's your Arabic coffee, your Turkish coffee. And there you go. Ahlan wa sahlan and sahtan.
Hello everyone, my name is Rama. I'm a writer in residence with City of Asylum. And my 2 daughters and I are one of Hello Neighbors families. I'm gonna to read on you a few short poems that I have written during this quarantine. And they are part of 100 days creative project with my friend. She made 100 collages and I wrote 100 poems, short poems. So I will read first in Arabic and then in English. And the first one is about my daughter's birthday. the first birthday in America when our friends surprised her by it.
أوقد الشموع، تراقصت شعلتها كعيون أطفال متحمسة. فتحت ابنتي الباب فغنوا لها سنحيل يا جميل. وقفنا على دوائر متفرقة رسمت باللون الأزرق على أرضية الشارع. تباعدنا جسديا، لم نستطع احتضان بعضنا البعض، لكن رقصنا على أنغام الجيتار. رغم الموت وفي زمن العزلة القاسية تظل شعلة الحب متغدة متوهجة، ترسم الابتسامة على شفاه طفلة في عيد ميلادها. أشارت الطفلة إلى السماء الصافية. انظري، هتفت، انظري إلى أمي، إنها هناك، لقد رأيتها تبتسم، لقد تحولت إلى نجمة. قفزت الطفلة فرحة وصفقت بيديها. عادت أمي، لن أخاف بعد الآن. أمي نجمتي ستضيء غرفتي وتحرسني دوما طوال الليل كل الليالي. خيط الضوء الأبيض الرفيع الذي تسلل إلى غرفتي السابحة في العتمة اقترب مني، اقترب أكثر، ثم قبلني ووعدني إن فتحت النافذة سيغمر الضوء قلبي. Thank you for listening.
Because I'm Somali, but I'm not just a boy from Somalia, nor am I a pirate. I am Bantu, but I don't talk in cliques. I'm Somali Bantu, but that does not mean that I'm not an American. I am proud of who I am. When I first came to America, I was 8 years old. I was new to America, and things in America were very different and difficult for me. My first day in school in Seattle, I was in the lunchroom eating breakfast. I heard a bell ringing. I didn't know what that bell was for, but I noticed that people were leaving, so I got up and threw away my food. But I didn't know that some kids were waiting for me on the other side of the door. When I went through those doors, a kid pushed me to the ground while the other 2 kids were kicking me and punching me. I didn't understand why, but now I know it was because I was a refugee and they didn't want me in their school. After they were done, I got up and wiped my tears, dusted myself off, and went to class late. The teacher didn't notice anything, or at least she didn't say anything. This bullying kept up for months. As I was getting bullied at times, I thought about my family, how we waited for this opportunity to come to the United States for years. I was afraid to go to an adult to tell him about the bullying because I thought it was going to ruin this great opportunity that others have died for us to have, to get sent back to Africa. So I kept it hidden. Until now. One day I was in the 10th grade. It was me and my cousin. We were talking with a group of our friends, talking in English, until a girl walked by. We wanted to make a joke, but we didn't want everyone else to hear what we were about to say. So we said, Tas Ginole Eta. Me and my cousin started laughing, but suddenly everyone else, our American friends, were dead silent. We had blended in with them until then. A friend of mine, Alex, was sitting close to me and he looked at me like I was an alien from outer space and said, "What? Dude, what was that?" He didn't know I was a refugee, that I was different. Should I be embarrassed because English is my fourth language? But knowing Somali, Swahili, Mai, and Kizigua have kept me alive. You honored Malcolm X with a stamp, but the stamp you put on my passport is a promise you have broken. You shed tears for Muhammad Ali. Look at me, yet you deny me. I remain American who wishes you only peace.
Good evening, Home Sweet Home guests. For those of you who don't know us, we are Duolingo, and we are so proud to be a sponsor for this year's Home Sweet Home event in support of Hello Neighbor and our refugee friends in Pittsburgh.
We are so excited to join you all tonight in celebration of the amazing work Hello Neighbor has done for this community to break down barriers of isolation and create opportunities for our refugee neighbors to feel more at home here in Pittsburgh and America.
Over the past 4 years, Hello Neighbor has made incredible strides in the lives of recently resettled refugees, matching over 122 families with neighbors who will help guide and support them in their new lives.
We've loved watching them transform Pittsburgh into a more welcoming and inclusive city, where all neighbors are valued for their diverse perspectives and they're empowered to rebuild their lives with dignity and respect.
We want to send our love to all the refugee families, mentors, volunteers, supporters, and staff who make Hello Neighbor's mission possible. Every meal you've shared with a new neighbor, every dollar donated or hour spent volunteering, every moment you've advocated for refugee families, it all makes a difference. Together, through Hello Neighbor, we are transforming our city and country into a more welcoming place for all.
We are so happy to be a part of their incredible work this year as a Home Sweet Home sponsor. Thank you again for supporting your refugee neighbors in this celebration of culture and community. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, I'm Cody. I'm here with Alyssa, my wife. We are Guy Meets Girl, an acoustic duo.
Yeah, we are so honored to be with you guys tonight at Home Sweet Home. We just want to thank Hello Neighbor for having us. We're so honored to be performing for you guys and for all of the refugee families in Pittsburgh. Neighbors helping neighbors is so important, so we truly are very just humbled to be here. And we hope that you enjoy the song that we have for you guys. We will be singing Send Me On My Way by Rusted Root. And fun fact, Rusted Root actually is from Pittsburgh, so we hope you enjoy our cover of it.
Tell you to run.
thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you guys. See ya.
Hello, and thank you for joining us as we celebrate our friends and neighbors from all over the world. My name is Sean Miller from Lab Rats, and today we're going to be doing some awesome experiments, some of which you can actually join us at home with some common household items. So here's what you're going to need to find from around the house to do these experiments. For this experiment, you're going to need to find a cup, a box of baking soda, and some vinegar. To really spice things up, if you can find a ketchup bottle or a container with a lid on it. We can do some really cool explosions using our vinegar and baking soda. So what we're going to do first is we're going to combine our liquid with our solid, and we'll notice that the gases build up so much pressure that it's going to cause our container to explode. Have you ever wondered how water is made? Well, first you need two different elements. One being oxygen, where I can find all around us, it's all in this room. The next being hydrogen. Hydrogen is a little bit harder to find. It's the smallest atom in the universe, but it's also the most abundant. I mean, there's more hydrogen than any other thing in this universe. And we find them things really big, really bright, and they come out at night. Stars. Stars are mostly hydrogen. So when a star explodes, it actually makes new elements. Today, we're going to explode this balloon, and we're actually going to try to make a new molecule, water, or H2O. So what I want you guys to do at home is tell me, do you see water? How many people saw water? Yeah, probably not too many of us. That's because if you were here, you'd actually notice this reaction is extremely hot. It's well over 100 degrees Celsius, well over 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So where did the water go? Absolutely, it went in the atmosphere. We created water vapor. There's now little droplets of H2O floating around the atmosphere. Now, for our next experiment, we're going to need to get out these materials. For this experiment, you will need a parent or guardian's help. What we're going to find is our H2O2 or hydrogen peroxide 3%, our dish soap, active yeast, and if possible, some sort of safety goggles or glasses. Now, you might be able to find one of these in your house. If not, you can locate them at like a dollar store. And we're going to try to condense the area where the reaction is coming out and cause it to be more of a silly string type of experiment. So again, we're going to take our H2O2 hydrogen peroxide, add about 1/4 into our container, a generous scoop of dish soap, doesn't matter what kind, just as long as it turns a different color. And lastly, we are going to add a tablespoon of our active yeast. Now for this one, you don't want to shake it until you have this cap on fully and tight. So as we add this in, you notice it's going to start reacting. I have a few seconds before I have to shake it. I can actually feel the pressure building up, and as soon as I shake it, we get an enormous amount of energy being released. Again, this is one that you do want to try outside instead of indoors, along with some safety goggles. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you had a blast with us doing these cool experiments. And I also like to thank you for supporting Hello Neighbor. We'll see you later.
Hi, I'm Jillian Wine Riley, and I'm the board chair here at Hello Neighbor. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about my involvement with Hello Neighbor and what a wonderful organization it is. So I came to Hello Neighbor at the very first event. It was a Valentine's Day making activity for really whoever in the community wanted to join. And I think it was before Sloan even knew what direction she wanted to take this amazing organization. Since then, I have been proud to partner with Hello Neighbor in a variety of different ways, and now I'm so happy to be here as board chair. I first started working with the refugee community when I was in public health school, and I worked with the Somali Bantu population here in Pittsburgh and helped with some of their resettlement efforts. I saw firsthand how challenging that experience is and how hard it is to make connections and foster new community apart from those that you resettled with. I think Hello Neighbor does an amazing job of bringing people together, creating connections, and fostering inclusiveness. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the program.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for joining us for the second half of Home Sweet Home. My name is Kazem and I work as an interpreter for Hello Neighbor. My family and I came to Pittsburgh in 2015 from Afghanistan, where I work with the US military. I'm also very happy to be part of Hello Neighbor mentorship program. We joined the program in the very beginning in 2017. We also love our mentors, Chris and Michelle, and their two lovely daughters, Harper and Ellie. I'm so happy to work with Hello Neighbor now to help other families get connected to each other. Thank you. This is a really wonderful organization. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show tonight.
Hi, I'm Governor Tom Wolf, and I want to commend Hello Neighbor for your tremendous efforts to help resettled refugees and immigrant families. You know, William Penn founded Pennsylvania on the ideals of acceptance and understanding. And our Commonwealth must remain a place that welcomes all people and values dignity and respect. Through the great work of Hello Neighbor, refugees and immigrants are matched with neighbors to help support and guide them. Through the connections you create, people are rebuilding their lives, and you are making Pittsburgh an even more vibrant city. I wish you well with this year's Home Sweet Home initiatives as all of us celebrate diversity in the city's refugee community. So on behalf of all Pennsylvanians, thank you for all that you do.
Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us for Home Sweet Home. My name is Shalom Haile Selassie, and I am the Community Engagement Assistant at Hello Neighbor. Typically at Home Sweet Home, we feature the cooking and delicious desserts of our refugee mothers and home chefs. Although we are sad we are not able to share a meal in person, we hope that you will enjoy these 2 signature recipes made by refugee mothers, which can be found in your program booklet. Our hope is that you will share these meals with family and friends, and as you sit around the table, you will reflect on your newest neighbors and appreciate all the beauty and light that they bring to the Pittsburgh community and the U.S. at large. Our next segment features Scratch Food and Beverage located in Troy Hill. In the past, we have partnered together to put on pop-up dinners so that we can feature the skills of our refugee mothers. Please enjoy the next segment and the rest of our show. And again, thank you for continuing to show up and stand up with your newest neighbors in this special way.
Hi, my name is Don Mahaney. I'm the owner and operator of Scratch Food and Beverage. Scratch Food and Beverage was formed in November of 2015 with a mission to create a space where friendly paths intersect so that for our neighbors, the whole world could come to look like home for a time. And what we've found since then is that our vendors, our staff, and our guests, every one of them when they cross the threshold, really feel uncommonly at ease and themselves. All the defenses start to break down. A lot of that had to do with who we hired and how we decided we were going to present ourselves to everybody, with our arms wide open and always wanting to bring more and more people through that front door. About 2 years ago, I had the pleasure of meeting Sloan Davidson and immediately found a kindred spirit, somebody who was very interested in finding a way to make it so that everybody around her felt at ease, no matter what their background was, no matter what their history was. And I came to find out about this organization that Sloan had funded called Hello Neighbor, and my heart just melted. It was the most amazing thing in the world to know that there was an organization right here in Pittsburgh that really wanted to connect people from the region to people who were coming to the region from all around the world, and create that very same space that I wanted to create in my own restaurant, no matter where they were. And as it happens, in the time of COVID, we're finding ourselves having to create that space in our restaurant outside of the 4 walls. And so I'm offering you today an opportunity to take a drink to your neighbor and help create that space as well. So we're gonna build a cocktail called The Last Lemonade. And this cocktail, if you're gonna make it at home, you need a few very simple tools and ingredients. The first is vodka. This is an Arden Union vodka that we use here. Arden Union likes to call it the gin drinker's vodka because it has a lot of body and a lot of flavor to it. It pairs really well with the second ingredient, our lemon pink peppercorn shrub. And for those of you who don't know what shrubs are, they're just drinking vinegars. We take some of the products of things that we were making in the kitchen and we put them in a container with vinegar and let that go for quite some time. A mother is formed and this really wonderful, bright, effervescent ingredient for a cocktail or a standalone beverage results. You're gonna need some eggs. If you don't wanna use eggs, if you want this drink to be vegan, you can substitute aquafaba, or you can just skip it all together. It'll just be a little bit less of a body to the cocktail when it's finished. We're gonna finish it in a Nick and Nora glass. Anything up would be preferable, but again, if you wanna put it over ice, you can do so. And you'll need 2 strainers, one for the shaking tin that you're gonna be doing some work in, and one to pour through to the cocktail at the end. So let's make this summer's last lemonade. We're gonna start with a tin, and we're going to remove an egg white from this egg. I typically do this with my bare hands because why not? You shift the egg back and forth and allow the yolk to separate from the egg and then discard. You can use it later for lots of other applications we can talk about in another video. We're gonna add to that egg 1 ounce of this shrub. And 2 ounces of our friend Arden Union vodka. Now we're going to do what's called a dry shake to bring some body to the cocktail. It's a really vigorous shake. And you want to do it until you can actually hear a difference of what's going on inside the tin. You can actually hear it start to foam and bring that body to the cocktail. Then we are going to add a good bit of ice and shake it once more. This time to cool the drink off and properly dilute it. When you shake a cocktail cold like that, sometimes a vacuum seal will form, making it difficult to separate. And so now we're going to double strain the cocktail. And you can see how it has a nice bit of body and foam to it. Let all of it come through the strainer. Set that aside. You're going to finish with a garnish of a pink peppercorn. And that is a drink you can take to your neighbors. If you wanted to do it without alcohol, the process is very similar, insofar as you are going to highlight the shrub, pouring again 1 ounce. I like to go straight into a glass with this, and then take an ice cold soda water and just add it to that glass until you're about 3/4 of the way full. You can add ice if you like, it's just not my personal preference. Also, a great drink to take to your neighbor. Thank you for supporting Hello Neighbor, and please enjoy the rest of Home Sweet Home.
Hello and happy Home Sweet Home, Hello Neighbor. I am Sabrina Hersey Issa. I am a proud monthly donor, and I am proud to support Hello Neighbor because it was something that I wish my family had when we first came to America. I know you all are doing such important work in difficult times, showing up for each other when so many services and parts of our government are not showing up for us. And so I believe in the work that you're doing and that you're building the type of communities that will serve the world that we all deserve. Good luck. Bye.
Hi, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Hannah Summers, and I'm the program manager here at Hello Neighbor. I actually came to Hello Neighbor as a mentor in the second cohort when my parents and I were paired with a lovely family from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We enjoyed great experiences around the city together, and we've become lifelong friends. It's part of why the mentorship program here at Hello Neighbor is so important and meaningful to me. I am so thankful to continue connecting more Pittsburgh families with refugee families to create lifelong friendships like I found with my mentee family. While mentorship looks a little bit different right now, we are always accepting applications for families to join our mentorship program. If you, your family, or someone you know is interested in joining, please visit our website to apply. On that note, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to Judene, my amazingly talented mentee.
My name is Dieudonné Souvari. My wife is Rosalie Bombo. My two daughters, Gertrude Kahinga and Elizabeth Masanka. I live in Pittsburgh. I need now to play the piano, a song, Debout Congolais. Yes, it is a hymn national for our country. L'emblème de votre souveraineté. joyeux au pays bien-aimé. Nous peuplerons ton soleil, nous assurerons ta grande. 30 juillet au doux soleil, 30 juillet du 30 juillet, jour sacré, sois les témoins, jour sacré de l'immortel, serment de liberté, que nous léguons à notre postérité pour toujours.
Hello, my name's John Tai, and I'm a professional magician. That's right, I normally make my living interacting with a whole bunch of strangers, usually in close quarters, swapping props and things back and forth. So, needless to say, 2020 has been quite the interesting year for me. But, you know, I like to think of myself as, let's say, a realistic optimist. And so, you know what, I got my jar of coffee here, I have you for a minute, and so despite this being very not ideal, and us being many probably miles away, and you watching from a screen, I want to try to create just a momentary shared experience with you and me and anyone else who's watching this right now. And so, I want to play a little guessing game with you. And I actually brought along, yeah, there it is. I don't know if you can make that out, but here, I'll try to hold it up to the camera so maybe you can see, though I don't know if it's just gonna be super blurry. But here, look, I'll give you a hint. It's something that's round. It's something that is quite shiny, especially when held in the right light. And it's something that's just a little heavier than a quarter. If you guessed a $50, you would be right. And so magic is full of surprises, right? But often they're kind of like expected surprises, where you know something's about to happen, something's about to appear, but yet when it does, it still feels surprising in its impossibility. But I want to try to leave you with one more surprise, one that's hopefully a little bit unexpected, like the fact that my coffee turned into water. Cheers, everybody.
Hello, I'm Tracy Reed, and I'm a program officer with the Grable Foundation. The Grable Foundation is proud to be a supporter of Hello Neighbor and all of the incredible work they are doing to bring neighbors together in the city of Pittsburgh. At Grable, our work is guided by our mission to help young people become independent, caring, contributing members of society by supporting programs critical to their healthy development. We support Hello Neighbor's family-based mentoring programs because they help Pittsburgh's newest families navigate the city and provide enriching opportunities for their children, while helping families with children who grew up here in Pittsburgh to understand and appreciate the struggles and strengths of others' cultures. For everyone attending the event tonight, I want to say thank you for continuing to show up for your neighbors. Together, by supporting Hello Neighbor, we are truly making a difference in the lives of refugee families and making Pittsburgh a place where all can belong. Thank you for joining this evening, and I wish you a fantastic night.
Hi everyone. If we haven't had a chance to meet, my name is Jordan Chepke and I'm the Marketing and Development Manager at Hello Neighbor. Through my role, I have the opportunity to work with our supporters and community partners to see the incredible impact we can have on our community when we come together for good. In the midst of these unprecedented circumstances, we have been so incredibly inspired by the movement of Neighbors Helping Neighbors, and by the individuals, businesses, and organizations who have raised their hand to support refugees in this critical time. Tonight we had the opportunity to hear from several of our funders and partners who play a pivotal role in the work and the mission of Hello Neighbor. Words cannot express how grateful we are for them. We also want to thank you, our supporters, champions, neighbors, and friends. This work we do would not be possible without each and every one of you. Together we truly are transforming Pittsburgh and the United States into a place we can all proudly call home. Our next segment features one of our newest partners, a family and immigrant-owned business called Baklava. The Neofotistos family immigrated here and has an incredible story of using their love for food and community to bring people together. We are proud to call them our partners, and we cannot wait for them to share their story and their talent with you. Now, without further ado, please join me in welcoming the Neofotistos family.
Hi, we're the Neofotistos family of Baklava. We're really excited to be a part of Hello Neighbor's Home Sweet Home, and we're also very excited about our partnership with Hello Neighbor.
Today we're going to show you how to make spanakopita. Kelly's recipe here, my mom, she's going to show us how to put everything together, and starting with spinach, dill, feta, leeks, scallions, farina, parsley, and a little bit of olive oil, of course, and 4 eggs. After you have all the ingredients in, you mix everything together, which my brother Dino here is going to do for us.
All right, Mom, how well do you mix this?
So they all can mix together.
All right.
Especially the eggs.
Got the feta cheese.
This is our pillow dough. First we'll butter the pan. And then we'll put half of the filo on the bottom. Sometimes the filo is not, it's the best. So we'll work whatever you have. Then every piece of filo dough we'll butter it. We'll leave some of the filo dough in the end so you can hold all the mixing.
All right, so this is the first time we're kind of learning how to do this from my mom as well. From what I can see is she's leaving a lot of the filo hanging over so that once the mix goes in, then you can fold it back over.
Today we're gonna have too much luck with the filo, it's a little bit broken, but that's okay. You get it up the mix.
It's all yours.
You can just dump all of the mix right there in the pan.
Let's go. Then we'll continue with phyllo.
So after you get the mix, you spread it out and then you put the phyllo right on top?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically now after getting the first four,
No,
she leaves four pieces at the very end and then she folds all the phyllo dough over to keep the mix in when I assume she's baking it. And then what, you put the last four on top as kind of the finishing touch?
And then butter,
Little butter.
very well.
So it's actually a very easy recipe.
Yeah, I want to do easy reception. It's simple and easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, so it can look nice on the top.
So this is almost the finishing
We'll follow
touch.
them in.
Yeah, I see that.
How long do you usually cook it for?
We'll cook this in 350 for an hour. And then you can use your knife and do this.
Tuck it in.
Tuck it in a little bit. Well, today we don't have so much luck for with a phyllo. Usually it's. And you be sure you.
Does buttering it seal it? Is that why you...
Yeah, don't worry, when it cooks, it'll be fine. That's it, it's finished. Before I cook it, I always make the crust. So I put my best and the rest it's guesswork.
So we preheat the oven to 350. When the oven's ready to go, we just put the spanakopita in the oven. And we wait for the hour to pass, and we can drink our Greek wine or our ouzo while we wait.
And in a couple of years, we'll do this again for this the third generation to learn how to make the pita.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie Gray, the Executive Director and CEO of USA for UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency. USA for UNHCR is proud to support Hello Neighbor and all of the incredible work that they're doing to bring families together in the city of Pittsburgh. Our mission at USA for UNHCR is to protect refugees and empower them with hope and opportunity. We support the full journey of refugees in communities like Pittsburgh that are welcoming refugees and helping them to make new homes. The spirit of welcoming and supporting those in need is the hallmark of compassionate communities across the United States. For a newly resettled refugee, the experience of being welcomed makes a lasting impression. When you make a friend, when you meet your neighbors, a sense of home starts to develop. That feeling of home and a place to be safe is something that all refugees have had taken from them at some point. Since 2017, the work of Hello Neighbor and the compassion of the people of Pittsburgh have helped newly resettled refugee families reclaim that feeling of safety and find a place to truly call home. Now, with the launch of the Refugee Assistance Fund, Hello Neighbor is spreading that same compassion and kindness to communities across this country. USA for UNHCR has supported Hello Neighbor since the beginning, and we're proud to stand with them as they expand their vitally important work. On behalf of the entire staff of USA for UNHCR, I'm honored to join with you tonight in supporting Hello Neighbor and the important work of standing with refugee families. Thank you for joining us at Home Sweet Home, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
I'm born, before I'm born is I am from Myanmar. That is I'm waiting for Malaysia. That is Malaysia has UNHCR. That is I'm waiting is from refugee. My husband he stayed in Malaysia in before this 7 years. I am 2 years, but I'm very shocked. But I don't understand Malaysia because my husband waiting for UNHCR because he want to can American because American he had dream because for my baby, but not for me because American is I like education, I like everything, I like American, but I came American in right now is 7 years because I came September 4, 2014. I came first American.
Before we met Chocho and her family the first time, we were, I think, a little anxious about it because we're kind of introverts, Jess and I, and we weren't. Yeah, not at all. And we imagined that there might be a language barrier, and we weren't sure how the first meeting would go. But Chocho is so great and so friendly and warm, and we felt welcome in her family immediately, and it really has been a great experience the entire time. We're really happy that we did it.
Well, we've met Chocho and Mong this last spring, so it's been almost a year and a half. I think we've gotten closer. I think at first it was more just kind of getting to know each other. We would just go and do something very planned and have an event, and now we more get together and just eat and have fun. A lot of times at Chocho and Mong's house, also at our house as well, but we've just kind of become a little more like family, and there were we had some, a few occasions on which I think we just kind of got a little closer. We had a mom and kid day one day where we went to a museum, and then the kids played on the water steps on the north side, and then we ended up at Aldi grocery shopping together and kind of taking turns keeping the kids from tearing the store apart, and I think we just shared some experiences as mothers. And
before first time we meet Carl family, but I am so excited because Hello Neighbor is just say me, hey, you are friend, you got new friend. That is they call me. I don't know what, I don't remember that is what they, but I don't know who it is. But I need really nice person, because I am no understand also English, but I really so excited. But they call me, they take flower. Hi, okay, hi. But that is amazing because she is UBNC. Before I have friends, she name is Peg Thousand, but she had me everything. But it's St. George. She is friend. Oh, that's amazing! I'm very wonderful. Oh, very nice to me. That is very memorable because they are very, very nice family. They are my family because they're so kind. They help me everything because sometimes I don't understand from somewhere, letter, mail, from school, everything they help me because I cannot do that. Yeah. Because I got confused everything for American because that is a lot of paperwork, That is, I cannot do that, but they have me. They kind, very, very kind family for me. I love the family.
Basically we went to this holiday party thingy in August last year, and it was really fun because we had a delicious dinner, and then we went out to play with other kids, and we played with water. And it was really fun. We dumped big bowls of water on our heads because this girl was threatening to do it for some reason, and I was just like, oh, I don't want her to do it for me, so I just dumped water on my head. And Paul just let her do it for him, I'm pretty sure.
Lenny, do you remember what the festival was called?
No.
Finjan, right?
Finjan? Is that? Yes. Okay.
It was
and
so
it's
fun.
Burmese water festival, and it was really a great time. We had.
It was. We met a lot of Chocho and Mom's friends and ate so much Burmese food. Which was really delicious, and there was some traditional dancing, and there was a big stage set up. There was music, and the kids. There was a lot of water toys, and everyone was soaked.
No, I haven't tried Burmese food before I met them, but I really there are these two foods that I really liked. One was moon cakes, and the other one, I forget what it was called, but it was like a rice ball with like coconut in the middle, and it tasted really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm. My favorite is mohinga.
Yeah.
It's a traditional soup it's very good.
The mohinga and the coconut chicken soup that we're I think gonna have today is really amazing.
I very remember I went to last maybe 4 months ago, right? I went to car house. We went moving. Oh, we really have fun. Last day I already thought, oh, I miss car house because we watched moving is best decoration. Was so nice. I love American people because they are so kind. Not all, but somebody is very, very nice people. It looks like a car family, you know. Oh, they are very nice family.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? Is everyone having a fun time out there? I know we sure are. We were dancing up a storm during that traditional African dance performance and the Spanish copita tutorial. I can't wait to try that one. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andrea Bellin Sandhorse, and I sit on the Young Professionals Board for Hello Neighbor. We are a community of professionals seeking to support Hello Neighbor's mission in every way that we can because we believe in the incredible transformation they have on our community. On behalf of Hello Neighbor, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us for this special celebration of Home Sweet Home tonight. We are blown away by the outpouring of love and support we've seen from this community as we work to be better neighbors together. We hope you enjoyed the show. I'm off to make some spanakopita with my family. Have a great night, everyone.
And a special thank you to all of tonight's sponsors for helping make Home Sweet Home possible and for all of your support for Pittsburgh's refugee community and Hello Neighbor. Astee's Pharmacy, Ballard Spar, Covington and Burling, Crawford Ellen Bogan, Duolingo, Nugo, Perry Napolitano, PNC, Strasburger, McKenna, Gutnick and Gefsky, the Sidley Austin Foundation, UPMC, and Welly. Thank you to tonight's sponsors.